Imagine being so lucky that God accidentally kills you and grants you any wish to make up for it. Tuya chooses his smartphone and ends up with maxed out stats in every magic element. He doesn't just survive. He effortlessly builds a harem and fixes world problems with a swipe of his screen. It's the ultimate guilty pleasure for fans who want a zero-stress, pure power trip. Meet Kelvin, a battle-hungry summoner who loved RPGs so much he traded his own memories for top-tier skills. He starts at a high level, recruiting legendary demons and even goddesses to his side. The real hype? Unlike other heroes, he actually loves the thrill of a life-or-death struggle, making every fight feel like an absolute beatdown for his enemies. This is the ultimate glow-up story. Yuya was bullied and mistreated until he found a portal to another world in his grandfather's house. One level up turned him into a god-tier hunk with unrivaled combat skills. Now, he balances high school life and interdimensional monster hunting. Watching him shock everyone who once looked down on him is peak satisfaction. Yu Otasaka starts as a petty cheat using his body-snatching ability to ace exams. But the story takes a dark, cosmic turn. To save all ability users, he embarks on a global mission to plunder every single superpower on Earth. By the end, he becomes a one-eyed reaper with thousands of powers, facing the weight of the world in total isolation. In this school, grades don't matter, only your gambling debt does. Enter Yumeko Jabami, a girl who doesn't gamble to win, but for the sheer madness of the risk. She dismantles the school's elite hierarchy by outsmarting them in high-stakes games. Her strength is her terrifying lack of fear, driving her opponents into literal insanity. Most OP characters use swords. Mine uses the printing press. Reborn as a frail girl in a world where books are only for nobles, she uses her modern knowledge to reinvent paper and ink. But don't be fooled, her mana capacity is terrifyingly high. When pushed, she can exert a crushing pressure that makes even high-ranking priests tremble. It's a brilliant information warfare power trip. Dragons in this world are absolute calamities, not pets. Ragna was a weak hunter until his future, strongest self fused his power into his current body. Now, he wields silverine power, capable of freezing and shattering dragons with a single swing. The scale of destruction in his battles is massive, turning every encounter into a frantic, high-octane slaughter. Prince Lloyd might look like an innocent child, but he's a magic-obsessed freak. In his past life, he died wishing to master magic. Now, he has the mana of a disaster-class monster. He experiments with spells like a mad scientist, accidentally obliterating ancient demons while trying to learn from them. The visual spectacle of his magic is truly on another level. Strength isn't always about muscles. In a world where children are raised as food for demons, Emma, Ray, and Norman use their 200 IQ brains to wage a war of survival. Watching them play a deadly game of chess against their mother and the demon society is more intense than any physical fight. It's a masterclass in intellectual OP tropes. Seiki is so powerful he could end the world in 3 days without trying. He has every psychic power imaginable, telepathy, time travel, pyrokinesis, but his only goal is to eat coffee jelly and be left alone. The comedy comes from him using godlike powers to solve the most mundane high school problems. He's the OP hero who hates being OP. After 3,700 years of petrification, Senku Ishigami wakes up in a primitive world. While others would use brawn, Senku uses his 10 billion% certain knowledge of science. He builds cell phones, antibiotics, and tanks from scratch. His Science Kingdom proves that a genius brain is the most broken cheat skill of all. Meliodas, the captain of the Sins, looks like a kid but carries the power of a demon prince. His full counter ability turns any magic back at the enemy with double the force. Alongside his legendary crew, he takes on holy knights and gods alike. The sheer scale of their powers, literally changing the landscape with one punch, is what makes this a classic. Sunraku is a trash game veteran who spends his time beating broken, unplayable games. When he finally plays a masterpiece VR MMO, his skills are so refined that he can dodge undodgeable attacks and challenge world bosses at low levels. He proves that player skill can be just as OP as high stats. It's a love letter to hardcore gamers. One notebook, one name, one death. Light Yagami uses the Death Note to become Kira, the self-proclaimed god of a new world. His battle against the world's greatest detective, Al, is a legendary psychological thriller. Light's OPness comes from his cold, calculating ambition to reshape humanity by eliminating anyone in his way. The power system of Nen is so deep that raw strength rarely wins. Whether it's Gun's terrifying adult transformation, Killua's Godspeed, or the King Maruam's absolute physical perfection, this series defines power scaling. Every victory is earned through a mix of brutal force and genius-level strategy. It's the gold standard of battle anime. Kirito, the Beta, survived a death game where dying in-game meant dying in real life. His dual-wielding skills and insane reaction speed allowed him to solo bosses that required entire raids to defeat. He's the original Black Swordsman of the VR generation, and his Starburst stream remains one of the most hyped moments in anime history. Kaniki's journey is one of tragic transformation. After being tortured to the breaking point, he finally accepts his gal's side, leading to the iconic white hair awakening. His strength comes from his Kagoon and his ruthless efficiency in combat. Watching the shy student become the one-eyed king is as brutal as it is epic. Naofumi was summoned as a hero, only to be betrayed and stripped of everything. But despair turned his shield into a weapon of absolute defense and cursed power. He doesn't play by the rules, he survives through grit and tactical dominance. Watching him rise from a hated outcast to the world's only hope is the ultimate redemption story. Lelouch 6 Britannia is a fallen prince who gains the Geas, the power of absolute command. With one look, he can force anyone to do his bidding. He leads a rebellion against a global empire, using his genius intellect to treat war like a game of chess. He is the ultimate leader who is willing to become a villain to save the world. Koro Sensei is a yellow, tentacled creature who can move at Mach 20 and destroy the moon. His students' graduation requirement? Kill him before the end of the year. But Koro Sensei isn't just a target, he's the world's best teacher. He uses his overwhelming speed to personally tutor every student, proving that true strength is the ability to guide others. This is the grandfather of Isekai. Rudius is reincarnated with his adult mind intact and a massive mana pool. He spends his childhood mastering magic to an unprecedented degree. It's a slow burn power trip where we see him grow from a talented kid into a world-shaping mage, all while navigating a beautifully realized fantasy world. Totsuya Shiba is a weeb in a school for blooms, but that's just a cover. In reality, he's a military-grade magician who can decompose matter at a molecular level and regrow lost limbs. He's a walking nuclear deterrent. Calm, cold, and calculating, watching him systematically dismantle every opponent is the definition of, as expected of Totsuya. Sung Jinwoo went from the world's weakest hunter to an absolute god. After surviving a hidden dungeon, he gained the ability to level up like a video game character. He doesn't just kill enemies, he turns them into his shadow soldiers. His Arise command is enough to give any fan chills. He is the pinnacle of the zero to hero trope. Ayanokoji Kiyotaka is the definition of don't judge a book by its cover. In a school where your merit determines your lifestyle, he hides in Class D while secretly manipulating every major event. He's a product of the White Room, trained to be the perfect human. He doesn't fight with fists, he owns his enemies before they even know he's playing. Anos Voldigoad is so OP it's actually funny. He can kill you with his heartbeat, or reincarnate you just to kill you again. When he says, "Did you think that killing me would be enough to make me die?" he means it. He ignores the laws of the universe simply because he's the Demon King. It's the most alpha power trip in anime. Sora and Shiro, the sibling duo known as Blank, have never lost a game. Summoned to a world where everything, from borders to lives, is decided by games, they take on literal gods. Their strength is their perfect synergy and their ability to see 100 steps ahead. Even without magic, they prove that human intellect can conquer any fantasy race. Saitama is the ceiling of all OP characters. He did 100 push-ups, sit-ups, and squats every day until he became so strong that every fight ends in one punch. The tragedy? He's bored out of his mind. While other heroes struggle, Saitama is worried about grocery sales. He is a hilarious yet deep subversion of the entire superhero genre. Frieren is an elf who has lived for over 1,000 years. To her, a decades-long war is just a blip in time. Her magic is refined, quiet, and absolute. She doesn't need flashy explosions, she simply understands the fundamentals of magic better than anyone alive. Her aura alone is enough to make ancient demons choose suicide over fighting her. Rimuru Tempest started as a lowly slime but became a literal deity. By consuming everything from dragons to demonic skills, he evolved into a demon lord. He builds a multiracial nation through diplomacy but isn't afraid to use Megiddo to wipe out an army of 20,000 in seconds. He is the ultimate king who rules with kindness and overwhelming force. Sid Kajinu doesn't want to be a hero or a villain. He wants to be the shadow broker who pulls strings from the dark. He's so powerful that he accidentally creates a secret organization that saves the world while he thinks he's just playing a game. His I Am Atomic attack is a visual masterpiece of pure, unadulterated cool. And there you have it, the top 30 most OP main characters in anime history. Did your favorite make the list, or did we miss a legend? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more epic anime countdowns. See you in the next one.